You're now watching Q News. Here are the top stories of this hour. Egypt has strongly condemned Israel's decision to cut electricity to Gaza, calling it a blatant violation of international humanitarian law and the Fourth Geneva Convention. In a statement, Egypt's foreign ministry rejected Israelis' policies of collective punishment, including blocking humanitarian aid, warning it worsens the crisis. Egypt urged the international community to take immediate action and hold Israel accountable for its ongoing violations. According to Axios, U.S. Middle East envoy Steve Witkoff has arrived in Doha. Witkoff will take part in negotiations aimed at securing a ceasefire in Gaza. His visit underscores Washington's ongoing diplomatic efforts to mediate an end to the war in Gaza.
In Riyadh or even potentially Jeddah. So the city's moving around a little bit, but it will be Saudi Arabia.
The Palestinian presidency has denounced Hamas' unauthorized communications with foreign entities, deeming them disruptive to the Palestinian stance. It emphasized that such actions violate Palestinian law, which prohibits contact with foreign parties. Earlier, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated that the direct meeting between President Trump's special envoy for detainees, Adam Boller, and Hamas about detainee releases in Gaza were a one-time opportunity, which has not yielded results so far. Boller confirmed that he met with Hamas and stated more meetings could take place if sufficient progress is made. Hamas has condemned Israel's use of humanitarian aid as political leverage and called for mediators to pressure Israel to reopen crossings and end collective punishment. Hamas stated that the closure of crossings and restriction on heavy equipment hinder recovery and reconstruction efforts in Gaza. Hamas also noted the closure violates the ceasefire agreement, which mandates unrestricted aid access. This came after Israel halted aid into Gaza, raising fears of impending famine. UNRWA Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini has reaffirmed the agency's dedication to its mission amid growing political pressure and worsening humanitarian conditions in Gaza and the West Bank. Speaking to UN missions in Geneva, Lazzarini called for continued international support to maintain essential services for Palestinian refugees. He also condemned Israel's blockade on Gaza, expressed concern over the displacement of 40,000 refugees in the West Bank, and warned about disinformation campaigns targeting UNRWA. Moving on to Beirut, where Axios has reported, citing a U.S. official, that Israel and Lebanon have agreed to begin negotiations to resolve their border disputes. The official further stated that as part of the understanding, Israel released 5 Lebanese detainees captured during military operations last year. Since the ceasefire agreement came into effect on November 27, 2024, Israel has violated its 1,191 times, resulting in 84 deaths and 284 injuries, according to Lebanese official data. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz, during a visit to Jabal al-Sheikh, has confirmed that the military is preparing for an indefinite presence in Syria. Katz emphasized that the safe zone in southern Syria would be demilitarized. Earlier, Israel reported airstrikes on military facilities and weapon sites in southern Syria, targeting radars and surveillance equipment. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced that the United States welcomes the agreement between Syrian government and the Syrian Democratic Forces to integrate the latter into the institutions of the Syrian Arab Republic. In a statement on the State Department's website, Rubio emphasized U.S. support for a political transition leading to credible, non-sectarian governance in Syria and expressed concerns over recent violent incidents. This concludes our top stories for this hour and the transmission for today. Until we meet again tomorrow, thanks for watching and stay tuned.